Good morning, Hellstalkers. This is Derek Klein coming to you from the Hell Palace this morning. And wow, we turned the page, finally got some activity. We're almost as excited as the first day of spring here at Hell Trace because it's been pretty slow for the last couple of weeks. And we finally have some activity to talk about Chicago, or at least the Chicago metro area being impacted with a lot of very large hail. Several other storms, too, some big hail across parts of Kansas, most of that fairly rural. But we had hail really all over the country, over 100 reports of hail yesterday, so more like a May-type day. And we may have another May-type day again today as well for the July 14th forecast. Let's go ahead and take a look at the recap briefly here and take a look at what's going on with these storms from yesterday. And so, again, here's a picture of the hail map from yesterday, and you can see several purple circles on there indicating hail over 2.5 inch. In fact, it went all the way up to softball size hail. So really, it's been fairly active again across parts of the Chicago. You can see the south side of the metro really being impacted down towards Naperville and Ottawa. So several areas being impacted. Over 103,000 homes impacted with quarter-size hail or larger, many of them with larger hail as well. So this one is a 5-star hail map, just the fourth one that we've done this season. Being a slow season. Check out some of these pictures as well. I mean, look at that. That's a bowl full of golf ball size hail. Look at the size of that one in the top right there. And same, I mean, man, these are just all tennis ball, baseball, even softball size hail in all of these images. So some big time hail across parts of the Chicago metro area. We had some of that in eastern Iowa as well. And some small pockets all over the country. So log into our site. You can check out some of the different maps. All the 1-star maps are free, and anything 2-star or better is a paid-for map, but you can see the stats of that map, and then you can purchase that there. Just create a free login. You can log in and check that stuff out. We also want to give a special thanks to the Adjuster Group. Again, those guys for sponsoring this part of the country. So that's Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa and Minnesota. So if you're in that area, give these guys a call, 855-561-3943. They're going to be able to take good care of you. They're going to be able to get you some bigger profits on these jobs that you're working. And so lots of jobs. And Minneapolis has been hit this year. Chicago's had a couple different storms. We even had a couple of pockets in Wisconsin. So there's been some good storms across this part of the country. And so there should be a lot of work for you contractors out there. And make sure contractors to contact the Adjuster Group. Again, 855-561-3943 to get, again, some adjusters out on these jobs to increase your profits and get your clients more money as well. They deserve it just as much as you guys do. So, again, July 14th, hail forecast. Let's take a look at it for today. We do have a big area with the potential for hail, and then a couple of areas where we think that some larger hail could fall. So take a look at this. This is our quarter-size hail or larger potential. So you can see it stretches all the way up from Montana down through Rapid City, I think just east of Denver, down through Wichita, parts of western Kansas, and then really opens back up again as we get into Tennessee, Mississippi, Atlanta in this area, Nashville, Cincinnati, some of these areas that have not seen any hail this year. And we've got 2 pockets that we're going to focus on for the larger hail, again, across parts of western central Kansas. This does include the Wichita area. I think mainly just to the west of Wichita, but they are included. Rapid City is in this area. And then we've got a second area here. Again, both of these areas, potential up to tennis ball size hail in both of these. But this includes Cincinnati, Nashville, Lexington, possibly even as far west as Louisville, Knoxville. So again, some high populated areas, potential for very large hail as we go through the afternoon hours as the boundaries from yesterday's storms fire off once again across this area. So taking a look at the chances, we're going to go about a 15% chance. Charlotte looks like more of a wind event in Charlotte, but we'll be watching for some of those popcorn type storms to go up. Could have on the stronger ones maybe a golf ball report or two across North and South Carolina, possibly even Georgia. And Georgia, a little lower chance, more of a wind event, it looks like, for Atlanta, but we'll do about a 10% chance around Atlanta. And we're going to do 25% chance up towards Cincinnati. Again, 2 pockets that I expect of severe weather to develop. So all of these are going to be this afternoon and this evening. One pocket develops across central Tennessee. The other one develops across northern Kentucky, southern Ohio, with the potential for very large hail in both of those. And those should move to the south The main event across parts of Tennessee brings about a 35% chance for large hail in Nashville. So we're getting up there pretty high with the possibility for large hail in the Nashville area. Should quickly merge into a wind event as it moves across southern Tennessee and into northern Alabama and northern Georgia. And same thing with the complex up across southern Iowa. Should turn into more of a wind event as it moves east across eastern Kentucky into Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Out to the west, again, these storms are going to be fairly isolated, but the ones that do form will have the potential for some pretty big hail. We'll do about a 20% chance in the Wichita area. It points to the north and west of there. And again, so hail will be big, storms will be isolated, fairly rural in this part of the country, but if they can get into a populated area, they could be a potential for a pretty good storm. And I will do about a 10% chance up towards Rapid City for hail in that area. So that's a look at the hail forecast for today, July 14th. Looks like we've got our date wrong on there, but July 14th. If you have any questions, if there's anything that we can do for you as far as this, make sure to give us a call, 855-334-4245. We're doing consultations with our hail map, so if you have any questions about the storms across parts of Illinois, or really any part of the country or anything that happens today, just make sure to give us a shout. You can also get a hold of us, info@hailtrace.com. We hope you have a great day.